There's this thing I tell my kids all the time. You see, I personally don't really like killing. But I tell my kids, animals die. Things bleed. There's this circle of life and nature, and everything feeds upon the composted material of the life that went before it. When I was in my 20s, I moved to upstate New York and I took a job. And the job never really had a whole lot of challenges. And so every fall, when hunting season would roll around, I would get my bow out, my muzzleloader, and my rifle, and my shotgun. And hunting became an opportunity for me to seek a wild experience. A challenging experience that wasn't available in my domesticated life. In a way, it's what pulled me through the monotony of a normal year. But as my understanding of conservation has developed, hunting has become something more to me. Number one, it's a great way to procure animal protein. But it's also a valuable part of conservation. You know, if you consider the way that our world has changed in the past 100 years, 200 years, these animals don't have the same number of predators that they used to have. The mountain lions are in very selective locations. The bears are also in reasonably isolated pockets. All of the wolves are up in the northwest. There's a lot of coyotes around, and coyotes can do a lot of damage to a deer population. But other than coyotes and cars, we are now the natural predator to the deer herd. And so when it comes to state agencies and federal agencies, one of the most efficient ways to manage deer population is just by issuing deer tags. And so as a conservationist, I understand that hunting plays a very valuable role, not just in feeding people and bringing a lot of revenue to the state, but it also helps manage deer population, and it helps maintain a healthier herd, which is a good thing. But there's something else to this, for me personally, something much deeper. See, when I hunt, when I go into the forest or field and I take a firearm and I choose an animal and I sight that animal and I pull the trigger, that connects me to my meat. That connects me to the food chain in a way that nothing else can. You see, when you go to the grocery store and you buy chicken or turkey or pork or veal or beef, whatever your choice is, when you buy that, it's very easy to forget that that animal died so that you could live. Things bleed. There's this circle of life and nature, and everything feeds upon the composted material of the life that went before it. So everything that we enjoy in the natural world is literally growing up out of the compost of everything that died before it. And so when I come out here and I find an animal. And I deliberately choose to take the life of that animal to feed my own life, to feed the life of my children and my wife. I know that I am entering into that very sacred circle. And I don't take it lightly. See, I never knew this as a kid. I used to view game as a commodity. But now I understand that it is a gift. And it's very humbling. So I'm down here this morning and it's cool and damp. And I can hear a crow in the distance. And I can hear a kinglet off to my left. A mockingbird, a phoebe. And I'm surrounded by these creatures. There's this beautiful story that's being told. And I know that one way for me to enter into that story in a very unique way is actually as a predator, ethically harvesting my own meat. And so it's complicated. I've told my wife before that my relationship with deer is very complicated because they are my favorite animal. And if you watch this channel at all, you know by now, I love to just sit and take video of them. And yet I love to eat them. So anyway, here today, I am carving up some protein. And then we're going to cook that. And we as a family are going to enjoy that. And it's going to be sustenance for us as we continue this life that we've been called to pursue. And I'm grateful. I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity. I hope that whatever your opinion is on hunting, I hope that this experience that I'm sharing with you sheds a little more light as to why some of us actually still do this. In any case, thanks for the company.